Alright, so I had a spruce tree right here. You can see the stump. The tree died, and so we cut it down, but in the process of it dying over several years, it left just thousands and thousands of needles. You can see some of this rock. It's just mostly needles with a little bit of rock. So I was trying to come up with a way to get these needles out of the rocks, and I tried everything that I found on YouTube, which was suck them out with a vacuum, blow them out with a blower, rake them out with a rake. Nothing worked. And so I had the idea of using water, because I thought to myself, well, the rock will sink and the needles will float. So I tried this, and it seems to have worked out okay. So let me just show you how you do it, or how I do it. I just take a shovel full of the needles and rocks, then I sprinkle it in here, sort of slowly, so that the needles can separate from the rocks and float a little bit. Then I take a little more water and I just try to stir it up a little bit so that any needles that are down in there sort of get stirred up and released so that they can float. Then the next step is you take your, this is just a kitchen strainer, and sorry about the shadow there, but I just scoop them out with the strainer. Then throw them in the bucket. And then I just take a few passes at this to get, you know, a reasonable amount of them out. But I'm not going to worry too much, and I'll show you why in a second. So I take a few passes, try to get as many as I can. There we go. That's good. We'll stop there. Then I know my rocks are down in there, so I stir them up a little bit just to release any more needles that are in there. Then I got to pull the rocks out. So I put my shovel down in there, pull them out, and I've got to shake them a little bit so it kind of washes the needles out, or at least most of them. I just dump it over there in my pile. You can see there's still a few needles in here, but very few comparatively. Most of the needles come out, float to the top, the rocks go to the bottom, the water sort of washes off most of the needles. So there you go. So that's the system I use, and once I get the rest of those out of there, I'll spread the rocks back over the rest of my ground and I'll be good to go. Thanks.